What's up, YouTube? Welcome to more trades. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. At the moment, Bitcoin this is on the 4-hourly chart. We were watching the Ichimoku cloud, if you remember, a few days ago. We've pierced through the resistance cloud, and at the moment we've dropped below it. And I want to show you this line. I posted in a few videos, if you've seen them. This is a Fibonacci. This is a Fibonacci channel that I've taken, and you can see that at these points, this line especially has been respected quite. Oh, what is happening over here? It's been respected as resistance at several points. Here's once. Here's a second time. Here's we pierced through it, but we just wicked twice. And if we get up there, I expect it to be resistance again, at least temporarily. The Ichimoku cloud is there. The Fibonacci channel is there. This Fibonacci channel goes back to, how far does it go back to? Let's take a look on the weekly. Yeah, it goes back to, since these channels go back to 2021, June 2021. So let's go back to the 4-hourly chart and let's take a look at that. And I'll get rid of our Ichimoku, and we'll look at the EMAs at the moment. We're struggling at the 50 EMA. This is on the 4-hourly, so the 50 EMA on the 4-hourly would be, and this cloud is a 50 EMA on the 4-hourly. This would be the 200 EMA on the 1 hour. So if you look, if we pump up, the 50 EMA will be here again at 20,917. The resistance of the Fibonacci channel will be here at the next hour. It moves obviously down as time goes by, and this other resistance would be here, and it moves up as time goes by. And we could, if it takes longer, we could, if we say in the next 2 hours, in the next 4 hours, we pump through this one, then the next one would be just around here, where we have a crossover of these two Fibonacci lines, and that would be at 21,825. This weekend might have some crazy action. Actually, not this weekend. Today might have some crazy action, as Jerome Powell will be speaking. And coincidentally, again, if you watch my other videos, my Fibonacci time on the 10th and I believe on the 15th. Let me show the chart. Over here, these are the Fibonacci time, and I believe we had a good move on the 10th, which was over here. The 10th was over here. Let's go down. This was the 10th, and after the 10th of June we went down, and on the 15th, on the 13th, it was on the 10th was a Fibonacci time. On the 13th we had Fibonacci time again. And on the 15th, we had Fibonacci time. We went down and we bounced again. And on the 18th, I won't count that because that was a start of my next Fibonacci time. I was doing another one, so this is 0. On the 19th, on the 22nd, on the 27th, you see this candle on the 27th. On the 22nd, we had this move up. And if we go here, on the 19th, we had this move up. And if you go here, on the 15th, we also had a move down, then a move up. But what I'm trying to say is that on the 28th, on the 30th, which is tomorrow, is a Fib time. But I put this line before because I noticed my Fib time always happens at around this time before the Fib time that I plotted. And at the same time, we have Jerome Powell speaking today, so we could see some crazy movement. And I want to show something else. If we go back to the Ichimoku cloud and you look at it, at the moment, Ichimoku is thinning, and we have the fib time. So this would be a good point for Bitcoin to bounce up and start getting support. If Jerome Powell comes out and says something a bit dovish and sounds good, and people might want to step in back into the market, into speculative assets, risk on, we might see a bounce from Bitcoin. And I expect if we get a bounce, it could go up to the 23 to 24K, and then we might see a good rejection over there. This is on the 4 hourly. Let's go on the hourly and see what do we have on at those levels. Do we have any moving averages at the moment? Our moving averages, let's look at this. So essentially, we have the 800 EMA that is at 24,000. The 800 is around the 24,578. That would be strong resistance. Why? Because looking at history, look at this. Bitcoin hit it once, hit it twice. Let me get rid of this. And so you can see clearly. Just push it aside. Push this aside. We hit it once over here. The purple line's at 800. We hit it twice. We hit it 3 times. Every time we get hit, we've been hitting it, we get rejection almost every time. Sometimes we don't even get to it. Sometimes we go above it and come back strongly underneath it. So just keep in mind the 800 EMA is at 24,573, and that would be a good point. Not financial advice, but if you want to chance a short trade, that would be a strong point. Another local or close by is at around the 22,900, so 22 to 23,900. This peak over here, that's a good point. So if we get a rally today and Bitcoin rallies up, first point I'll be looking at is my Fibonacci channels that I've showed you. And we have the 50 EMA on the 1 hour and the Fibonacci channel. That will be a good resistance. If we break that, I'll look at my next channel. If we break that, if we break the 21.7, then we could easily see the 23K and possibly higher. But the 23K would be almost guaranteed if we break the 21.7 today. I'm not in any long trade at the moment. I had a short on Bitcoin that I closed in profit because I expected some volatility. But keep in mind that we've lost a significant level of support that we've been holding for quite some time. We weren't breaking from the, when was this? This was on the 23rd, and today is about a week. We've been holding this 20,300 to 20,500, which is a very significant level for Bitcoin. I believe historically, if you go back in time, if we go to the Bitstamp chart, you would see that 20,000 was the beginning of the rally. So let's go to the weekly and see, and let's put a horizontal line, just add another line to all these lines. It looks like a spider web, but all these lines have effect on Bitcoin. So there, I put this line, I'll put it in yellow, and we'll go back to this level on the weekly. Let's get rid of these channels, put them aside. As you can see on the weekly, the 20,300 I said earlier, well, 19,699 is a strong level. The 20,300 would be somewhere here. 20,500 would be here, and it's been holding. Well, we went down to exactly today. We dropped today down to 19,883. So we came down to test this 2017 peak, which was at 19,666. We went down to 19,883. So it's a very significant level. It's a point of control possibly in the previous when we were there earlier. So let's take this whole range. Point of control is slightly above, value area high is there, but I remember I got it earlier. Let's go from here and see where's our point of control of this pump up of 2017. Let's take this range. Still, I'm not getting it right now, but it is a significant point of control over here. There was a lot of trading being done over here, so it is a lot of volume. There, I got it. This range over here. Value area high was here at around 11. Oh, I plotted it in the wrong spot. My bad. Let's take it again. Let's take this range. Point of control was down here, 6,000. Value area high was at 10,000. Where was this? 12,000, 13,000. This was 20,000. I'm not sure why it's not, I'm not getting it right now, but yeah, it's a significant level of support. If we break down it, then we could go down and see 17K again. That's on Bitstamp. As for, if you want to go for short trades, quick trades, you look at the 15-minute time frame. We had a drop, went back to the 50, came back down. Now we're back at the 50 and we came down. We could be going down, but as you see, we're forming higher highs. So slightly we're going higher highs. We could be moving up. This could be the reversal, as we had a candle over here that shows the volume is slowing down. We stop. It's a stopping candle. I'll move this indicator off. I'll put it off. This candle is an indication that we may have a reversal to the upside, but we have resistances up. I gave these targets on my videos maybe a week ago. I had this 19,970 and it got hit. I also had this up targets. We hit them. And DXY, the thing is, even if Bitcoin moves up, be it DXY is parabolic. We're having a slight retrace. We might be testing the daily open level and continue higher. If we break this line that I have here, 105.005, and get support above it, then we might be seeing, last time we went up and we went back down. We lost it and we went back down. We might be seeing the 106, 107, but that won't happen just in one day. I doubt it. On the other hand, Ethereum, I had Ethereum targets. I posted them on short videos that I have, or even on the live, and you can see my targets were hit. Well, not on the same day, but we got there. And I have a down target for Ethereum. I have 911 and 705.62. This is just the January 2020 demand wick. So even if we go there, we might see a bounce. As you see, we came down, we broke it, and we got a significant bounce to the upside. If we break it, then the next level for me would be around the 705 for Ethereum. Traditional markets, US 30 is down 0.12%. We're at this block of support. We're here and getting support. If we lose that, we'll go down to the next level, would be here. And I have a target for the Dow Jones, 30,711. US 100, same thing, holding support. It's down 0.3%. Previously, whenever we'd see the Dow Jones or the Nasdaq go down by, say, 1%, Bitcoin would do 2% down, or up by 1%. It was almost with the Nasdaq a 2-to-1 correlation. If Nasdaq does something, Bitcoin does double. The SPY isn't open yet. Now, Solana, on the other hand, in my opinion, Luna mimics Bitcoin, or sometimes, Solana mimics Bitcoin, or even sometimes it's a precursor to what Bitcoin would do next. So if you look now, Solana has tested the daily open. Bitcoin was rejected at the daily open. but Solana sometimes leads Bitcoin in its moves. So looking at Solana also helps. If you're trading Bitcoin, then Solana could be traded. A lot of times they're quite similar in the charts. So if we look at on the 28th of June 1645 and we go to Bitcoin, let's go to 28th of June 1645, same kind of behavior. Look at that. Look at that. We were above the 50. And if you go to Solana, 28th of June 1645, we're here, we're above the 50, and we started breaking down, same as Bitcoin. Luna, on the other hand, doesn't behave similarly. I mean, I've noticed the past few days, Luna BUSD, Luna on Binance USD, doesn't do exactly what Solana and Bitcoin do. It's almost the opposite. But at the moment, Bitcoin is down 1%. And Ethereum is down 1%. So Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin are more or less trading. So if you're a trader and you take a trade on Bitcoin and you're very sure of it, you could go in on Solana or Ethereum. Of course, always use a stop loss. Stop losses, I explained them before in my videos. It's according to ATR. You take the average true range measurement on the time frame. You put the average true range indicator, and on the time frame that you're trading on, you see what's the reading of the ATR. So if it's reading 1, you could leave it as 1 ATR. So that would be, depending on the asset you're trading, that would be $1. If it's Bitcoin, the ATR sometimes is about 400 on the 4-hourly or 600. So if you're trading on the 4-hourly, then your stop loss will be 600 away from your entry. It depends on you. That's a way of measuring what stop loss if you're not sure where to keep them. Or significant points on the chart. Over here, if you take a short, you'd say, okay, I can put my stop loss above this wick or somewhere above the daily low, yesterday's low, or somewhere above the 50 EMA because it might retrace to the 50. It depends on what you want to do. Yesterday, I posted a video showing my profits on Luna. I had taken a trade, and the reason I took that trade, I'm not sure, I think we were somewhere here. Or were we here? I'm not sure where we were, but I posted it in a video, and I saw that we're forming a trend line. Let me put it on the hourly. We had a lower high. Let me get rid of that. We had a lower high. This was our high, and I think we had I don't think so we were here. We were somewhere here. Probably here, or either way, we were somewhere around there, and I was waiting for the trend line to be hit again, and we hit the trend line, and we respected it, and I took the trade. I believe it wasn't here because the trade was profitable. It was a good entry. It could have been... let me look at the 4-hourly. So what I'm trying to say, okay, it's not important, but what I'm trying to say is that I drew this trend line and I saw that the trend was at the moment heading downwards. And I knew that if we came up and tried to hit the trend line again, then it would be a good shorting opportunity. And I think there was an EMA close to that trend line. If we go to the hourly and look at it, the trend line at that time, I think the 800 was close by or something, and I was waiting for the second hit, and I got it, and I went into a trade and got 160% profit in just a few hours. So that was a good one. So that's a way of trading. You can trade using EMAs in confluence with trend lines and Fibonacci levels. My target for Solana has been for a while now. I had a target. Obviously, this target was hit. That target was hit. I have a target of 32 for Solana. My target for Solana is right over here. I expect it to get there. And that's just a measured move of a break. 32 is a measured move of a break of this channel that I had, that Solana was traveling in. So I just measured. It had a ascending channel, and then it formed a horizontal channel. The measured move of the ascending channel is down to 32. The horizontal channel, I believe the target was hit as it broke it. So that's for Solana and Luna. That's the update. At the moment, if you look at Bitcoin on the 15-minute time frame, you will notice that the MACD has crossed up, and I always use it in confluence with my EMAs. So on this indicator, the 5 and 13 are trying to cross up, but they failed. So if the EMAs cross down and my EMAs start widening up to the downside, that would be a good point for me to enter short. That's just my way of trading. Find your edge and always use stop loss. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe the channel. Put your comments if you have anything to say, and any questions. I'll go through all the comments. Thanks.